And welcome to another Fleet Ops audio commentary brought to you today by ClintSet and Ray320. We have a special match for you today. It's a 2v2v2. You don't see those very often. If you go ahead and introduce the players on the top, we have Butterbread and Timmy. Butterbread sporting the white Romulans, and Timmy is the green Borg. And Timmy looks like he is optimized, so should be pretty interesting. Ray, you want to introduce the bottom players for us?
Of course. Down here on the bottom left, as the Yellow Federation, we have Elam. And looks like he is sporting a Risner avatar today. And his teammate for the day is going to be, as the orange Romulans, Mort. And he is sporting a Helev avatar. So, yeah, interesting. And opposite from them on the bottom, starting off at the top as the Blue Federation, this is going to be Spock, otherwise known as Roby. And his teammate for the day, none other, the famous Canadian, as the Purple Dominion, Cyrax. And he's sporting a Breen avatar, and I forgot Roby is, well, he hasn't
we don't know yet.
So have to wait to find that out.
Oh, and Saber Spam from Elam. Looks like those are Risner Sabers, too. Awesome. Should be fun to watch that. Should be able to get up a massive fleet of those suckers. 2v2v2. I don't know, Ray. I think there's going to be some turtling, a little bit of huddle up, and some massive fleets.
Well, yeah. I mean, in a 2v2, yeah, well, in a 3-player free-for-all, a lot of times you see, a lot of turtling. Players just kind of waiting for the right moment to strike, and a lot of time it just becomes an economy war. However, with this added component, 2 players on each team, I think that we could see teams venture to be a little more daring in this game, which would definitely make for a little bit of more exciting. And we can already see, Elam is he's definitely going for that early harass, maybe with that double saber spam. So I'm definitely looking to see maybe players be a little more aggressive today.
Yeah, I mean, I think we will get a chance to see some different things. You see in the very bottom left, we have an experimental yard going up by Elam. So Elam getting kind of ballsy, throwing that out there. It's not going to be useful for repairing, so I think he just wants a place to hide that sucker so no one knows what's coming. He's allied with the Romulan, so I would expect to see Cloaking Defiance.
Yeah, Cloaked Defiance are definitely a good little thing to have. So we'll see if he's just trying to pull a sneaky there, as we often see him doing. And I mean, Saber Spam is not too expensive, so he should be able to sustain enough money to do this research and maybe get some Defiance pumping out of there.
Yeah, a lot of Borg transport trying to steal a Dominion Scout. I think he's going to get it here. He does get it. So, just lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, that's a nice little steal there to get that. So yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting match today. We do see pretty much, only no Klingons on the map today, so that's going to be interesting. And down here, want to point out Roby is, looks like he has decided to go Intrepid spam down here. He is sporting this is
Mason, I think.
A Mason Federation, yes.
Yeah, and he's going to get Starfleet Command pretty soon here. I could just feel that. He's also moving into Expand. He might forego Starfleet Command and get a a yard towards this expansion. Now, just to take a look at the map real quick. The map is set into three pie slices, basically. Each player or each team is in a corner, kind of. In between each player are 2 sets of moons, 2 moon pairs, spaced fairly far apart, so you definitely can't mine from one station. Then in the middle, there's this nice ring of Mutara Nebula. It's gonna hide anything that tries to go in there. It's great if you want to kind of duck in and out. Great for the Borg. And in the middle there are a couple extra moon pairs. And a damaging nebula just smack dab in their middle. Really easy to accidentally go into that and start to take some damage. So, because you really can't see it. It is right on top of a sun. So when you go over it, you just don't notice it. And I know I've stumbled on there and had some damaged ships. Also, there's some moons right on the outside of the nebula. So I think there's maybe 3 moons. So there's lots of mining, but anything in the middle is pretty fair game to be taken out. You can put some phaser turrets in there and try to hold it, but that purple nebula makes it really easy to escape if you're starting to take some damage.
Yeah, definitely. And I think right now, I mean, what you notice is everybody seems to have, we see Spock up here. He's built a forward yard. Right next to Cyrax, who is expanding as Dominion, who has some B8s. I mean, we see some Intrepids, some B8s. I mean, up here,
so E2's being
built,
Borg, or at least queued up.
Up here on the board, we see a sphere going. So Timmy getting an early sphere. I mean, everybody seems to be getting some ships going out. I mean, there's some Rians down here way at the bottom. But it seems like there's kind of an overall silent agreement of a ceasefire going on here. Everybody's just kind of, building up. Everybody's waiting for that moment to strike. And I think what we're gonna see here is we're gonna see a build-up, and as soon as that first attack comes, then I think we're gonna have non-stop action. You can see some Laval over here on the left side, positioned to maybe attack some of these sabers. Look like they're gonna decide to pull off.
I got a pulse platform set up, and that's gonna do some damage. It's decent deterrent against Laval. What I think is interesting, Mort on the bottom, he's the orange player, has taken a dilithium moon close to that blue nebula. Also taken the first half of the expansion that's on the bottom, and his ally has gone all the way up and is taking the expansion on the top left. So that team effectively has a presence on a huge section of the map. Yeah, they've got a good sphere of influence there. Then look at Cyrax. Cyrax and Roby, they got a good section too.
So right now, it really is kind of Butters and Timmy who are left without an expansion, and either way they go is gonna, they're gonna run into opposition. Now we do see that they have taken a kind of a proxy mining to the middle, maybe thinking about jumping in there. Oh, and we do see we have a sphere, and here comes Butterbread looking to back Laval's, looking to take out this platform and get the platform. Roby bringing up a B8 to try to put some pressure on these Lavals. These Lavals will counter these Intrepids very nicely. I would look to see them focus their fire on these Intrepids. Lavals do our support ships, so they counter the 80 AI of the Intrepid. So Sphere taking a little bit of damage. Gets
plenty of energy though.
Roby.
He's definitely gonna be able to repair.
Energy. This Intrepid needing to get out of there. Maybe see a metaphasic go off. Oh, and they do. They get it just in
nailed
time.
Him.
So really, what we see here is this is going to put the left side team in a great position. If Mort is doing any scouting, I don't think he knows about this battle. But what this is going to do is this is going to severely weaken the top and the right team. And if you take a look, you see that Mort has a very nice fleet of Romulans, which he's looking to maybe go attack CRvsEMvsBT with. And meanwhile, Elam has a whole fleet of turret platforms up here on the top. So the left side team is very nicely situated as the other two teams kind of duke it out right now. And Butters and Timmy putting a world of hurt on CRvsEMvsBT and Roby.
Yeah, a large yard up though. C17, interesting choice. Great against the Borg, you know, great in large numbers. Should be interesting. I think that, unfortunately for them, they are really outclassed here at this proxy yard setup.
Well, yeah, they have. I mean, Sphere has a great staying power in regeneration, so it's gonna.
And the Laval do as well. Everything here can self-repair.
And the Laval, I mean, really are going to be able to counter those Intrepids quite nicely, as they are a support ship.
And Roby just keeps churning them out.
One thing to note, however, about the countering of the Laval is that I mean, it's really going to do quite nicely in the metaphases as well and auto repair. So it really is a great counter to these Intrepid. So Roby may want to think about switching to maybe a. I believe Monsoons would do very nicely versus
Well, to be honest, in my opinion, I don't think they do that great because I think that the Butterbread is, well, he doesn't have the third special, but if he gets the third special, the Laval will just eat those Monsoon up. The E2 is really, I guess, probably the better counter for him from what Roby can do, and he's got him out now, so that's going to be helpful. Federation Dominion. They can lose a few ships. They just need to keep that mining going, and they'll be okay.
Yeah, actually, that is true. Monsoons, I mean, they would be able to do well as the Lavals are short-range ships, and they could be used for as good raiders lately. But especially if the Lavals get that third special, the Lavals would really eat those Monsoons right up. However, you know, they could be used greatly as some nice little raiding ships, as raiding really could be a game changer when you have so many different opponents, and it, you know,
yeah,
get the economy of the enemy.
I gotta agree with you there. If you have a fast raiding fleet, you can get in, get some kills, get out, not have to commit your entire slow-moving fleet. Wow, we see some movement on the left-hand side. Just big build-up here. We got tons of Griffins and Riens and Laval.
And down on the far left, if we look, that those are going to be Cloaking Defiance coming from Elam. So we will see some Cloaking Defiance somewhere in the near future.
Yeah, nice big defensive area for for Elam.
And this really Butter. Yeah, you see Timmy, you know, talking it up a little bit, and I don't believe that the left-hand team really has not good of an idea of what's going on. We do see this one scout over here, but I don't know if the left-hand team really has an idea of what's going on. Otherwise, you know, I would believe that they might attack. However, you know what this is doing with the top and right-hand team doing these little skirmishes.